4 reasons why your dog has a tail between their legs. Being a dog owner is much more challenging than we often think. We forget that dogs are complex creatures and have their own kinds of body language and ways of communicating. If you notice your dog displaying body language you've never seen before, it's a good idea to learn about it and what these signals might mean. Different reasons a dog has their tail between their legs and acting weird. Body language is crucial with dogs. We all know dogs tend to wag their tails when they feel friendly or happy, but what if a dog has its tail tucked between its legs? The fact is, there's not just one potential reason for a dog having their tail between their legs and acting weird. Below is a list of reasons your dog may be acting like this. Take a look so you can figure out what is happening with your canine companion. Number 1. Fearful emotions. The most common cause of a dog putting its tail between its legs is that it might be feeling fearful or anxious. So if you see your canine companion suddenly put their tail between their legs and there is some kind of circumstance of stimulus around that could be making them scared, they're probably doing this because they're fearful. If your dog is scared, you'll probably notice he's also a bit stopped over and has a worried look in his eyes. Dogs use their tails and body language as their most important method of communication. Have you ever heard of the expression, "they went off with their tail between their legs"? That means that the person in question felt insecure and worried, and this expression we apply to humans came from canine behavior. However, if you see your dog acting strangely with their tail between their legs, it probably means that they are feeling extremely anxious and frightened. Take this seriously and attend to your pet, giving them reassurance and comfort. Number 2. Fractured tail. This point is something not many pet owners think about, but there's a possibility that your dog's tail may be fractured. Have you noticed your dog seemingly distressed or in pain? Have they been acting strangely with their tail? Can you think of anything that your dog may have done that could have ended up in a fractured tail? If so, bring your dog to the vet right away. Your vet will examine your pet's tail and determine whether they have a fractured tail. If the tail is fractured, this veterinary medical professional will know how to treat it. And this is essential, as you cannot ignore any kind of fracture. Number 3. Limber tail syndrome. Limber tail syndrome is another potential cause of a dog keeping its tail between its legs and acting strangely. You may hear other pet owners referring to this syndrome as frozen tail, swimmer's tail, broken wag, cold water tail, and even sprung tail. So what causes limber tail syndrome? It's usually the result of a tail strain or sprain. Examples of activities that can cause injuries leading to limber tail syndrome include excessive exposure to cold temperatures, too much confinement to a crate, swimming, too strenuous exercise without having the proper conditioning beforehand. Have you brought your dog swimming in colder waters? It can be risky, and one of the potential consequences is a limber tail. While breeds can end up with a limber tail, specific breeds tend to be at greater risk because of their typical lifestyle. Some examples include setters, beagles, hounds, retrievers, and pointers. In other words, hunting breeds of dogs. Symptoms of limber tail syndrome. There are specific symptoms to look for when it comes to limber tail syndrome, but remember, you cannot know for sure that your dog has limber tail syndrome until you have them examined by a veterinarian. Why? Well, your dog may have a fracture or other condition instead, so make sure to get a vet exam before coming to any full conclusions. The top edge of the tail has raised fur. The tail is partly limp and is horizontally held, with the remainder hanging downwards. No or little wagging. Signs of pain or discomfort on the tail movement. Chewing or licking the tail area. Signs of tiredness or lethargy. Number 4. Impacted or infected glands. Another common cause of dogs putting their tail between their legs might be impacted or infected glands. If this is the issue causing your dog to put their tail between its legs, you will probably see other strange behaviors too. Examples include scooting across the carpet, licking the area, and suddenly sitting down for no reason. Bring your dog to the vet as soon as you can if you suspect impacted or infected anal glands. It is a painful problem, so you don't want to put off treatment. Also, if there is an infection, it could end up in a dangerous situation. Certain circumstances can make your pet more likely to develop anal gland impaction or infection. These include gland duct obstruction, incorrect muscle tone, constant yeast or bacteria infections, food allergies and hypersensitivities, diarrhea caused by conditions such as illness or diet change, obesity or being overweight, dermatitis in that area of the body. What should you do when your dog has their tail between their legs and acting weird? If you think your dog has limber tail syndrome, a fractured tail, or any other of the conditions listed above, you must bring your canine companion to a veterinarian as soon as you possibly can. If there are signs of pain, this is especially important. Don't take a chance with your canine companion's health. Get your dog medical attention soon.